Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible, Guarding the Globe, and happy start of Season 2 Part 2 for all of you who have watched it. I have not watched it yet because parenthood, it is what it is. Certain things must come first, but that does not mean that I get to miss out on the celebration. And what do I mean by the celebration? I, of course, mean a couple new GDA op events that are currently going on right now. There's two at the moment, and they are both extremely profitable, with one being more than the other. First, let's look at the low-risk GDA alert here. Access a new elevated risk GDA alert. You may find fragments for a selected artifact in it. So, if you take a look here at what we have, you have, of course, the normal stuff, usual, the chips and the XP and all that jazz, and, of course, the event upgrade material for any rank ups. You have some artifact XP items just for upgrading your artifacts, and then you have this particular item. Now, this is the only artifact in here right now, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least a few items in the early ones, and as you get it ranked up, hopefully you would get more. However, if we want to know what this one is, this is the Guardians of the Globe bracelet. When a hero uses it, it increases their defense by 3%. This is applied for each Guardian of the Globe present in the team. So, basically, it's first of all a straight up defense boost. And then the other half of it is a little vague. It says this is applied for each Guardian of the Globe present in the team. I'm not sure if that means 3% to the wearer per Guardian of the Globe, or if all Guardians of the Globe get that 3%. I'm inclined to think it's the latter, where the hero wearing it always gets that 3%, and then any Guardians of the Globe characters also gets 3%. So, not a massive boost. Slap it on a character like a defensive character like Monster Girl or Alan, and you might get somewhere with that because they already do have a noteworthy defensive stat. It's also worth mentioning that when they say Guardians of the Globe, I'm pretty sure they mean the newer edition, because the reason I say that, if you look at the tags, let's say Robot, for example, has the Guardians of the Globe. Now, if we take a look at, let's say, Aquarius here, he has the original Guardians of the Globe. If we're reading it by the letter of the law here, going off of what it is saying, I am led to believe that this would only apply to the new Guardians of the Globe. I could be wrong about that, though, and unfortunately, these things are a little hard to test because, first of all, these artifacts are just tough to get, and even if I did get them, it's really hard to track stat differences, especially considering that 3% is not a massive boost, but hey, it's still a free artifact that you can effectively get if you do get enough parts from this particular GDA op. So, I mean, hey, freebie's a freebie, you know? There's much worse things that you could get. So, with this, you're going to want to use your... Oopsies. You're going to want to basically use... Oh. There we go. You're going to want to basically use your second strongest team on this battle. Now, why do I say second strongest? Because we have another event GDA op celebrating the release of the new Season 2 episode. This one is labeled as a severe risk GDA alert. I'm going to get in here and claim my rewards. And if you look here at what all I got an actual ton of gear. I got a decent little bit of special XP, nothing crazy, but certainly better than nothing. But perhaps most importantly of all, I got these DNA sequencers, those lab coins that you need. You could only get those from scrapping common heroes before now, as of the beginning of the global release. This one is huge, and this is a bad run. You want to know why I call this a bad run? Because if you take a look here at the possible rewards, the Immortal is just chilling in there. He's just there. It's not even like have a chance of getting Immortal, but you can also get other other like elite characters. No, it's just if you do get lucky, and as you rank up, you can get more rewards here. you just can get immortal, which is fantastic for so many reasons. First of all, free elite along with all this other loot, never a bad thing. Second of all, you can either power up Immortal, who is noteworthy in terms of his power, or you can use him as food for characters like Robot or Monster Girl, who are a part of the same faction and have a very hefty amount of popularity. Me personally, I would be extremely tempted to sack off Immortals into Monster Girl, whom I have at Exceptional at the moment, which is, you gotta start somewhere, but we are far from done with her yet, because we got 2 more abilities to get done, and Immortal, having some Immortal copies to burn, that would be nice. That would be real nice. So, you're gonna want to put your best foot forward on this one. Throw in your best characters, no matter what, so you can get as far as humanly possible in the 4-hour period. Now, it is worth mentioning, it says severe risk. I think that's more so referring to the quality of the rewards than the difficulty per se. I mean, to be fair, my guys aren't slacking, especially Green Ghost here. But I think it's more so related to the rewards, whereas the low risk version here is, it's still good. I never want to discount getting just artifact parts, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's quite as good, whereas this really seems to be the heavy hitter of the bunch. So, they're both on 4-hour cooldowns. So you do 4 hours and can effectively collect rewards every 4 hours. I know some people sometimes abort. I have read that there may, keyword here is may, be a bug where if you abort, you might not get the event currency needed to actually rank it up. Just kind of something to keep in mind there. Let it play out, play it safe. It's really worth getting it all the way to the end, especially if you do get lucky and actually snatch an immortal from this. But even if you don't, just getting these lab coins are fantastic. That alone makes it worth at least a side eye in its direction. So yeah, I'm guessing. I say guessing. It's not like it's a secret, but this is basically as a result of Season 2 Part 2 having started today. I'll be interested to see if they release a new one per episode. That'd be kind of cool. Always be down for that. I almost would want like special campaign missions based on the episodes. I think that would be pretty cool. Just to have a separate thing from the campaign to tackle, maybe with like some exclusive rewards, some characters, who knows, something like that. I would personally think that'd be a nice way to add a little extra challenge and a little extra incentive. But for now, we have GDA Ops, which is great for farming stuff. Can't go wrong there, especially with that big boy giving them lab coins and even immortals if you are lucky. Now, just as a final note here, we do have 5 days and 10 hours left as of time of recording on this. 4 hours and 10... 5 days, 10 hours, 4 days, 10 hours. Oof. As of time of recording. By the time this video goes up, it'll probably be almost exactly 5 days and 4 days respectively. So we do still have a pretty good amount of time. Factoring in necessary sleep, let's say that you're going to be up for around 16 hours or so. Effectively, if you play it right and kind of keep an eye on it, you can get 4 rewards per day, basically. For this one especially, that could add up in a hurry. Seriously, we're already getting these precious tokens. The only downside of this is that my token count is no longer divisible by 50, and that's going to drive my OCD up the wall. But you know what? I'll get over it. Since I'm actually, getting this currency for once. I'll get over it. But yeah, so that is all we have. Basically, farm it. Put your best foot forward on those two. You could be forgiven for putting this one on the back burner if you are desperate for either some special XP or some regular XP and you'd rather prioritize these. You could be forgiven for passing up on this one because the artifact, while good, is far from game breaking. Its stats you wouldn't have if you didn't equip an artifact at all. I leave that one up to your discretion. But this one, No, yeah, throw your best people at this one, and don't stop throwing your people at this one until it is done. That is my advice for you today. But that is all we have for today. Let me know if you've had some good rewards from this down in the comments below, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.